To make some very good cacao, we need some very high quality cacao. This one is from Galileo in Guatemala, and the species is called criollo. It's only 5% of the cacao sold in the world that is coming from this type, and it's probably the first one that ever existed on Earth. And it grows in the humid, like in the wet forest of the Guatemalan jungle. And the name of the farm is Galileo. So this one is coming from the last harvest. So it's I received it less than 1 month ago. Then when I've got the cacao, I take some pieces like this, so it's easier to have it around in a pot that close well, like this. Then I put it on the wooden plate with a strong knife, and I cut simply with the knife, little by little. And this, I place it in a cup. So most of the time I use 3 tablespoons like this for a cup. So for my morning cup, for example, during the day I want to drink some cacao, 3 spoons like this is enough. If I want to pray, if I want to practice yoga with cacao, for example, or if I want to sing, or if I want to breathe, to have a pranayama session, but like specifically with cacao, I will go up to 10, 15, even 20 grams for only 1 cup like this. In a ceremony, I will stop eating the night before, so not having dinner, not having breakfast, and then with an empty stomach, I will drink 40 grams of cacao in a cup, same size of water, but having like very thick cacao and very strong. It's better not to add sugar at all, but to sweeten or to balance the bitterness of cacao, we can add some cinnamon, we can add some cardamom, or the beans like this and the little seeds inside are already grinded. I like to add also some turmeric. It goes very well, the taste goes very well with cacao. Traditionally, what the Mayan people used to put in the cacao is called achiote in Spanish, and this is achiote, it's those red beans. Or also chile cubano is like traditional red chili. So as the cacao will improve the blood circulation in the whole body, the chili gonna even add to this. So it's even quicker. We're gonna feel a lot of warmth with the chili inside. Depends, everybody has to find his own mix, like what do you like the most and for what occasion. Then with the cacao is in the cup with the spices, I will simply pour some hot water in there. And I'm gonna mix with this kind of tools. So it can be a really small one like this, or another one I found that works well is also this shape. The same thing is really good because it goes in every direction and mix well the cacao. It is really interesting to have those tools because if not, it stays in small pieces inside and it's not really well mixed with the rest of the water. The thing is that the cacao, this paste, is made directly from the beans. The beans are only grinded on the granite plate by the Mayan woman, and then because it's full of cacao butter, when you crush it, it simply becomes paste, and the paste becomes this when it dries. So that's why it's good to have those tools to mix the fatty cacao, the oil, the butter with the water. And so this is for only for one person of two people. If you organize a cacao ceremony or if you have some friends and you want to share cacao with them, so you need a bigger amount of cacao, instead of doing each cup, you're gonna use this. So add some water in the first saucepan and then put a second one empty at first on top. In this top one, you're gonna add all the cacao you've prepared. So you cut the cacao, make the right amount you need, and all this cacao you need, you pour it into the saucepan. And then you place it on top of the fire in your kitchen. This gonna start to warm up and then even boil. So take care of not putting the water too high so it's not coming inside of the top saucepan when it's boiling. By the warmth, the cacao on top gonna melt, and when it starts to melt, again, here only a spoon is enough. You start to mix it and add some water little by little. So a little bit of water mixing the cacao with the water. A little bit more water mixing again the cacao with the water. You do this till it starts to be thinner, less thick, less oily, but with more water. And then with this first start is done, you pour it all this in a bigger plate like that, and you add the rest of the water you need for your ceremony to serve to people. So this is a good way to do it for a ceremony when you have the kitchen close to it. If you do a ceremony outside, for example, I used to organize ceremonies on the beach. A very good way to do it is with those kind of bottles which are keeping the warm inside. So what I do with this bottle is that I weigh the cacao I need for a liter. This is a liter of water. So I weigh the cacao I need for a liter, depending on the number of people that are here. And I put it in the bag. I had the hot water and really simply, and the spices I want to add, and very simply I close it, I shake, and that's enough. It's ready to be served. But when people are ready, we have made the circle and it's time to serve, I shake it again to be sure that it's well mixed. and then I pour it a bit to everybody, so everybody has this very thick cacao in their cup. Okay, I think that's enough, at least to start. I wish you good consumption of cacao, deep connection with the cacao. It is also important to pray with this type of cacao, which is really, really good because the spirit of the cacao is still there. It's very different from other cacao we can buy in shops, in normal shops. Always pray. So before drinking, that's something really important to do. Before drinking, having this cup in your hands, which are the organs of action directly connected to your heart. When you hug people, you express the love, you express the feelings. So having this cup in my hands, close to my heart, closing my eyes, setting the intention of connecting with cacao, with the spirit. And from this connection, maybe adding some more intention, like questions about doubts or questions I have in my life, or any other kind of intention depending of what are your needs at the moment. And being very aware of what is happening during the first sip. When you drink it, the first sip gonna give you some indication about the answer, I would say. Have very good time with cacao and see you soon. Bye.